Sankt Ottilien, well, it is a complicated story. Strictly, it began with my being invited to be artist in residence at Magdalen College, Oxford. And unplanned, I paint a portrait of a woman. She was the only person who had enough time to sit for me. And it turned out that she was organizing a humanitarian trip into Bosnia, sponsored by the United Nations, and I think by Caritas and CAFOD, two Roman Catholic humanitarian charities. And to cut a long story short, I found myself volunteering to go with that group because I happened to have a lot of experience of working with handicapped children, seriously handicapped children. On the way back from Bosnia, we stopped at a monastery called Sankt Ottilien in Bavaria. And I met a man called Jeremias Schroeder. He was not then the archabbot, he was Pater Jeremias Schroeder. And he used some of the drawings I did during our day's holiday at Sankt Ottilien for publications. And that is how he and I met. And since that time, he has consistently invited me to return to the monastery, to do what in retrospect are increasingly important works for the monastery, culminating in this resurrection series. So the whole story is very strange. If I had not been invited to the Oxford College, I might not have painted the portrait of Sabina Alkaya, who is included as a principal portrait in one of these pictures in Lazarus, about which I've talked. There is no doubt that I would never have come here in 1994. That's a long time ago, 12 years. If that had not happened, I would not have been invited to come back here in 1997 for 2 months in the autumn. I would not have been re-invited to join a pilgrimage in Italy with the novices in 1998. And it was returned from that, having a cup of coffee with Jeremias, just the two of us chatting, when he said, "Will you paint some big pictures for us, Carl?" And I said, "Okay." The story's longer and more complicated, but that's the essence of it. And here am I now, having had these paintings in my mind for nearly 8 years, preparing them, planning them, worrying about them, then sending a proposal to him, then coming here in December 2002 and beginning them. And all of a sudden I find they are finished. These 12 big pictures, 135 portraits, a dog, a cat, a chicken and a parrot. They are finished. And I found myself doing all the nitty-gritty, all those preparations, invitation cards, enlarging photographs, writing out CVs for the walls of the gallery, worrying about whether everything will hang in place. It's all administration. But next Sunday we'll come here, and next Sunday will be the private view, and then I will go to bed for a week and sleep.